Okay, so day 5, the 20th of July. It's actually quite late, so it's nearly 11 pm. I will go into why it's so late in a second, but basically, I just want to talk about a few things. So, first things first, I've been posting obviously with VPNs for the creators accounts, and after speaking to some people, I actually think that's doing more harm than good. I believe it's possibly one of the reasons why there seems to only be India seeing the content. I'm not too sure if it's the case, but I'm sort of like under the assumption that if Instagram sees an account posting from a VPN, like maybe they see it as like a bot account, like a bot farm account. So like they're just gonna like suppress it. That's sort of like my guess, and obviously I'm guessing there would be quite a lot of like bot accounts and farm accounts from countries like India and stuff like that. So that's only an assumption. I'm not 100%. And then Shadow Rocket as well. Which is how I'd run a mobile proxy through it, but I just don't have the capital to do that. So I'm just going to be posting basically raw dogging the content, and it's better to be posted instead of like jumping through all these loops and then like just nothing getting done. So basically what I've been doing since obviously the last video is auditing all the creators' accounts. So I've gone through all the accounts, I've removed all like the content that's just like performed badly, or like content or accounts that like just haven't been that warm but bright. Something which I'm gonna touch on a bit later, but I'm going to talk about it quick now, is like one of like my worst traits, especially like when I bought like the mentorship thing, and like the guy in the mentorship is like, I'm doing like this amount, like X amount per month, and like is like saying like, for example, like they'll post like 100 trial reels, and then like obviously like running multiple accounts and stuff. So like instead of me just like doing it bit by bit, like just doing it on one account and then slowly scaling it, what I did for some bizarre reason was set up 5 Instagram accounts. Well, I'll tell you, actually, it was 15 Instagram accounts, but most got banned. So it was like 15 Instagram accounts, and I was trying to post on all 15 Instagram accounts, and obviously, like, it's just not possible. So, like, it just didn't happen, didn't stay consistent. Some of the accounts got banned. I've got 6 left. And then what I did was I just spent, like, the past day basically like auditing the accounts, cleaning the accounts, anything that's like the content's just not done well or performed, I've like removed it, and then gone through like the followers as well to like try to make sure there's like not bot followers. I know it's not like, I'd say it probably is time well spent actually, because like if these accounts are in like good standing order, like it's sort of a case of like pulling it down, knocking down like I don't know, like a building, I guess, like pulling the account down to like rebuild it so it's like in a healthier state. So I've got 2 public accounts, and then the rest of the accounts, which is 4, I've made private, just because like those accounts are dead. So I've made them private. I'm gonna test running traffic to them accounts from like other sources, from like the 2 public accounts, just like tagging them and stuff. And also just like working those accounts, like say like commenting on stuff, interacting with stuff, and instead of just posting on it blindly, like actually move forward with somewhat of a strategy, and then see how that goes. As I say, I've done that for all creators. I've done it for creator A, creator B, creator C, and creator D. I'm going to talk about in a second. So yeah, all those accounts are audited. They've all been cleaned up. And I'm just going to be going through the warm-up phase, and then the public accounts are just going to be about like reviving the accounts, because one of the accounts, for example, like all the content's been shown to Lithuania, and it's just not a target audience that we want. We want obviously Western. We want Western. We don't want Lithuania. We don't want like Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. So obviously, there's definitely things I've been doing wrong. So I'm going to test without the VPN, and I've also cleaned up the accounts, audited the accounts, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so another thing, Creator D, who I spoke about not long on board her. She'd been with us about just over a week, I think, and I'm already starting to notice like some potential red flags. Very defensive, which like over nothing. It's like, for example, I asked obviously like for like her Instagram, so we could like log in, sort of see like where her content's being pushed already, sort of see, basically I had to audit her account, see like if it's a good account, because I want to avoid creating a fresh account when she's already got like, I think it's like over 1,000 followers. So like it'd be good to use that account, but I want the data from that account, because if it's 1,000 followers and they're all Indian, then like the account's no good. Or if it's 1,000 followers and they're all bots, the account's no good. So I asked for the details. She sent me the details. Then I needed like obviously the code to get in, and she's just like, "Why do you need the code to get in?" I said, like, "I need the code so I can into your Instagram. I can't get into your Instagram without the code." And she's just been very like weird about it. It's like a bit of a red flag. Also, like some of the content now, like sort of like sent her to do, like she, I don't know how to like explain it, but it's almost like an ego thing. Like she seems to not listen and like sort of just like do her own thing. It's quite infuriating actually, but it's also quite funny because traits that I see in her, looking back, is what I was like. I remember when I was working with some guys and I was like, "Oh, just do this." In fact, I'll give you an example. Like one of the guys taught me Reddit. He taught me Reddit A to Z, everything he was doing with Reddit, and he was making money with Reddit. And what did I do? I did the call with him, and then like 3 days later, I paid $400 to some other guy on Telegram for Reddit information that I already had, just because I thought I knew better. So yeah, like I definitely see traits in her that I see in my own self, and it's not someone I want to work with, to be honest. So yeah, so I'm deciding on whether or not she's actually gonna be worth my time, because if she's like this now, she's not really making a lot at the minute, but what's she going to be like when she starts making money? I am generally considering dropping her because I can't work with creators that like just can't be coached. Like there's only obviously so much I can do, and if she's not willing to listen or take on feedback or like get defensive all the time or like not even trust me, then like what am I supposed to do? It almost feels like a battle more than like a partnership, and that's obviously not what I want. Okay, so another thing, like I said, like I was talking about like VPNs and stuff. Something I've sort of been doing, well, I say sort of been doing, I have been doing, is whenever I'm like editing content or like posting content or anything to do with content, like I'll spend too long trying to find the perfect sound, trying to like put together like the perfect caption and like all these like little things that like trying to get perfect. So like, is it on a VPN? Is it the perfect caption? Am I using Shadow Rocket? Yada yada yada. But like these things don't matter. I think it's just better to just get the content out and get the work done, and then I can worry about all these fine little details later down the line. If the content's good at the end of the day, it's going to get views. If the content is targeted towards obviously like US and stuff, then it's going to get viewed by those people. It's probably going to take a bit of time, but it's going to be done eventually. But if I'm doing like all these little fine details and then like I'm still not getting the outcome that I want, I think this is sort of like what's leading to like my burnout. So like for example, for Creator B, what I was doing is obviously posting around VPN, and then there's like I said like the paid partnership option where you can block countries, and like I was spending ages trying to block a country and it just kept unblocking it, trying to block it, unblock it. And then in the end, I checked the reel and it's still got Indian viewers even after blocking India. So like it's done nothing. It's just a waste of time. I spent 40 minutes doing that. 40 minutes where I could have been posting over all accounts and then like just save time completely. So yeah, like I say, no more of that basically. I don't know what to call it. I guess trying to be like too perfect. But then a piece of me thinks maybe it's like procrastination. But yeah, like I said, there's no magic formula. Obviously, no perfect system is going to save me. The only thing that's going to save me is doing the work consistently. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is everything. I will catch you or catch me. I don't know. I never know how to end these, but yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.